evening. We begin tonight with dramatic new details out of the Bay Area, where a massive explosion and fire tore through a Hayward-area neighborhood Thursday morning. The blast rocked homes, sent flames shooting into the air, and left several people injured as emergency crews rushed to the scene. What started as a normal morning quickly turned into chaos for families living along East Lewelling Boulevard. Video from nearby homes shows the moment the explosion erupted. A sudden burst of fire, followed by thick clouds of black smoke rising above the neighborhood. Residents say the shockwave was strong enough to rattle entire houses and shatter windows. Many described hearing what sounded like a powerful thunderclap, followed by the sight of debris falling across yards and rooftops. Firefighters from Alameda County responded within minutes, quickly calling additional units as the intensity of the blaze became clear. What began as a routine call escalated into a multi-alarm emergency, with dozens of firefighters working together to contain the flames and prevent them from spreading to nearby homes. Crews also assisted residents in evacuating as heavy smoke filled the air. At least 6 people were taken to local hospitals, some with serious injuries. Neighbors say they were terrified by how suddenly it all happened. One longtime resident said her entire house shook violently, and she initially thought an earthquake had struck. Another recalled running outside after hearing the blast, only to see flames in the distance and people screaming for help. Investigators now say the explosion was triggered after a third-party construction crew accidentally hit an underground natural gas line earlier in the morning. The crew had been working on neighborhood improvement projects, including sidewalks and bike lanes. Utility workers from PG&E were called to assess the damage and isolate the gas line. Authorities say gas service was shut down shortly before the explosion. But despite that, the blast still occurred. And investigators are now trying to determine exactly why. 2 homes were completely destroyed, while several others suffered heavy damage. Some residents returned later in the day to find their yards filled with debris, windows blown out, and personal belongings scattered by the force of the explosion. Power lines were also brought down, forcing temporary road closures and making the area dangerous for both residents and first responders. Those living nearby say they're shaken and still trying to process what happened. Many described running outside in confusion, not knowing whether it was a gas leak, a transformer explosion, or something far worse. Several neighbors immediately began checking on one another, helping elderly residents and making sure families were safely out of their homes. Authorities say the investigation is ongoing and could take time as multiple agencies review the sequence of events. They're asking anyone with footage or information from the morning of the incident to contact officials to assist with the inquiry. We'll continue to monitor new developments in this case and bring you updates as they're confirmed. Stay with us for continuing coverage.